All right, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. So we got the data download. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we can expect for this week. Big shout out to Grassdog over on Twitter for providing us the data mines. Thank you very much for the work that you do. We'll just go right through it as quick as we can. There's no need for us to go through anything crazy. Number one, the new banners. We've always talked about all-star banners need to provide some additional value to rival the 1200 to 1800 Z power we see from step ups, and it looks like Legends answered that with 30 erasers for your multi. So there's that. All these units here are power creep, so not a good idea. Next, this is we're going to be getting a raid against Jiren. Of course, the new LF is a battle bonus character. If you check the in-game news, I believe the battle bonus leaks the typing for 17. 17 is blue, and EX18 is yellow. And then over here is the LF banner. So 17, Super Saiyan Blue, Evolved Vegeta, Cell, 17, 18, Jiren. All these units have been power crept, which is kind of baffling. But yeah, 17 is the only one that is truly worth it, and because it's the newest guy. So it's a big skip. If you're not really invested in any of these guys, I don't know, it's a big skip. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Mr. 17. As I said, we got leaked what his typing is. He's a blue character. So let's go ahead and see what this guy does. I don't know what his kit is. 17, main ability, draw the ultimate arts card, excel finish, receive, restore own health by 25% and keep by 40, get some level 1 card draw speed for 10 timer counts, nullify, cover change, to self for 30 timer counts. Looking pretty good. Your standard main ability stuff, right? Passive number 1, 25% to blast damage inflicted against fusion warriors. Understandably so. Jiren was a fusion warrior, I get it. But no, seriously, it's to make you guys want to get this guy for Ultra Gogeta Blue. We'll have to see how useful that is. The following effects occur when the battle starts. 90% damage inflicted, reduced damage received by 60%, your usual cookie cutter passives. Applies buff effect, nullify, attribute downgrades up to 2 times to ally. Oh, to allies. Huh. Apply buff effect, nullify abnormal conditions once to allies. Hey, I like that. That's pretty interesting. And nullification of downgrades and abnormal conditions to allies from this guy. Restore on health with 25% only once when it reaches 0. There's the infamous endurance. Applies the following effects to self when he shows up on the battlefield. Draw a blast card, restore 40 key, looking good. Apply the following effects to self every time an ally uses an arts card. 10% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Activates 8 times. Okay, so this guy can get to 170% damage inflicted pretty quick. -1 to your arts cost. Activates 6 times, looking pretty good. Low cost to all of his cards. The following effects occur when an ally activates Rising Rush. 70% of Rising Rush damage inflicted by allies for 3 timer counts. Damn, so you gotta rush without this guy. You gotta be using someone else to rush. Inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade, -70% to health restore for 30 timer counts. This is obvious. The idea being that if you get your rush guessed, your opponent is bound to just pop a main and heal up, so they're not as easier to kill. But with the -70%, they should still be at low HP, so you can quickly kill them in a single card. Restore own vanish gauge by 80% when this character evades an enemy attack with a vanish step. If his unique gauge is full, activates once. Activation count resets from character switches. Hey, I like that. Restore own vanish gauge by 80% if he evades an attack with a full unique gauge. I like that. Hey, that could be rewarding aggressive players. That seems pretty cool. I like that quirk about his unique gauge. That's pretty nice. Second passive, knock the enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against a blast card. So it's not a universal cover change, it's for blast cards. Chainable with the blue. Slightly charges your own unique gauge every time an ally is hit with an enemy arts attack. The following effects occur once unique gauge is filled. This could be a bit weird right here. The way that he charges his unique gauge, allies having to get hit. I would have preferred, honestly, if it was enemy activating a card, just because if you're winning the fight, you're not really gonna get hit, right? So that will be a little bit bizarre. I guess you won't see that vanish restore quite often, I guess. But anyways, once it's filled, restore own health by 30%. 50% to blue card and ultimate damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. Apply attribute upgrade minus 15% to enemy sustained damage cut effects to allies. Whoa. Wow, they gave the Goten passive to an LF. Hey, look at that. He provides minus 15% to enemy sustained damage cut effects to your entire team. That's a monstrous benefit. There's a video that's going to be released in a couple of days where I talk about Zenkais, and one of them that I brought up was the yellow Goten, simply because he provides minus 20% to allies with dealing with sustained damage cut effects. So this guy has minus 15. Kudos to him. That's pretty cool. Reduce enemy Dragon Balls by 1 and seal the main ability for 15 timer counts. Okay, this only happens once. The following effects occur when an enemy activates a special move, ultimate, awakened, or rising rush while this character is on the field. Shorten ally subcount by 3. Cancel enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects. Wow. So canceling enemy upgrades and buff effects is basically you stripping them away of any sort of damage inflicted buffs, any sort of type neutral that they had. So what you could probably do with this is when 17 is bound to get rushed, you could finally go to a yellow character to tank the rush. So Ultra Gogeta Blue, obviously he's still going to do a tremendous amount of damage, but maybe your yellow units will have a better chance of surviving now. Pretty good, I like it. The following effects occur every time the enemy uses a blue card, ultimate, or awakened arts card while you are on the battlefield or on standby. Restore ally health by 10% even though you're on standby. Wow. Passive buff effects even though you're on standby like that. That's pretty cool. Effects activate even if this character is defeated. Is that the first time we've ever seen something like that? So you can still get the healing even if 17 is dead. Inflict the enemy with the attribute downgrade minus 50% to the blue card, ultimate, or awaken arts power for 3 timer counts. Effect activates even if the character is defeated. Wow, 17 is turning out to be a bit of a monster unit. Wow, look at that. The reduction of power and healing, even though 17 could be killed, is a pretty big deal. It means that you're never missing out on that supportive benefit. There's still more to his kit. His blue card, SL Blaster, massive impact damage. When it's activated, he draws a green card, restores 20 ki, and then his green card, maximum charge. Restore own ki by 40, 20% to damage inflicted, gets himself some level 1 card draw speed for 10 timer counts, and shorten ally subcount. If his unique gauge is filled, applies the buff effect, nullify enemy special actions that activate when changing cover, and 20% to damage inflicted by allied universe rep, which is the new tag, or tag android for 15 timer counts. That is pretty cool. So he's another character with kind of like Dragon Fist, where if your unique gauge is filled, the green card will have some additional effects. So him being able to get anti-cover change is pretty cool, plus the damage buffs. But it looks like if you don't have that, it charges the unique gauge by 20%. So thank goodness that exists, just so you have different means of actually getting your unique gauge, because you're probably going to be using it up when you vanish. His Z ability is Universe Rep or Android base blast attack and strike defense. But at 14 stars, it's 38% for the new tag, Android, or the Universe Survival Saga base blast attack and strike defense, and 18% to tag Universe Rep blast defense. It looks pretty good, honestly. Really good support capabilities. Great way of neutering the power of your opponent's heavy hitting attacks, so ultimates and rushes. And the constant healing looks pretty good too. In terms of his own damage, his kit wise, it looks pretty good too. I think 17 may look pretty good. I think he'll look pretty good. But I'm going to be realistic with you. If you're not someone that mains USS or androids, I'm not really sure if he's a must summon yet. He's not enough to bring Universe Rep or USS to, you know, meta relevance, but he's definitely a really good first start. Now, he's not alone. We got the EX18. We're going to take a look at what she can bring too. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I talked to Gresh about this too. We figure even if they're going to... The whole excuse for the EX character is them being able to reuse animations. I think we've come to a point where I would still prefer if this was a 1% sparking even with reused animations. I know it sounds really bad, but this kit essentially gets wasted. Like the EX Omega, look at that guy. That guy's fantastic, but he would have benefited so much more for being 1% sparking. Same idea with the EX Cooler and the EX Jiren and the EX Super Saiyan Blue Goku that showed up recently. They're gimped by EX stats. Just make them a sparking, seriously. At the end of the day, we just want characters that are worth using. So I think she's going to be no exception to this. Let's see what we got. EX18, main ability, draw a green card, restore on health by 20%, 100% own key recovery for 30 timer counts. She gets card draw speed by 1 level for 30 timer counts, which is higher than 17. And she provides a 20% to damage inflicted buff for allies, which cannot be cancelled. Look at that, main ability right out the gate, looking pretty good. It only takes 10 timer counts for that to happen too, Jesus. Applies the following effects when the battle starts. 80% to damage inflicted, reduce damage received by 60%, an additional 40% to damage inflicted if there is a android or universe rep battle member other than herself, looking good. When she shows up in the battlefield, 20% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Shortens ally, android, or universe rep subcounts by 5. Activates 3 times. Damn. Inflict enemy with the attribute downgrade, plus 20 to special move arts cost for 15 timer counts. Already looking pretty good. 120% damage inflicted, super fast main ability, gets a green card to stop time events. Pretty good. Chamber and EX. The following effects occur. Oh wait, no. Did I miss something? No, I didn't. The following effects occur when this character is switched to standby. Restore on key by 30. She gives 30 key. Restore ally health by 10%. Activates 3 times. 20% damage inflicted by allies. Inflicts all enemies with the attribute downgrade -1 card draw speed. Really good support. Damn. Keep something out from her and you can get 40% damage inflicted. But there's also the -5 sub count. That's pretty good. You can quickly switch out and keep her alive. Next pass is strong to the core. When she changes cover, reduce damage received by 20% until the combo ends. So 80% damage inflicted. Reduce damage received. Seal the enemy strike cards, which is a perfect setup for 17 to show up because, his cover changes based off of blast cards. And the sealed arts cannot be used for 5 timer counts. Every time following effects occur upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. Draw a strike card next. Activation count resets when character switch. So it's like a Diet Vegeta Blue. If she lands a strike or a blast card, she's guaranteed going to draw a strike card next. And it can happen over and over again. Plus 10% to own crit rate for 15 timer counts up to 50%. So you land 5 strike or blast cards or whatever, and you can get yourself up to 50% crit rate. And inflict all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received. Inflict all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 50 to strike art cost? Wow. Damn, dude, she's really debuffing your enemy team. The entire team is taking plus 10% extra damage as a debuff when she hits them with a strike or a blast. Jesus Christ. Isn't that what Ultra Super Vegito does? But his is slice damage. Wow, an entire team-wide damage debuff. She's pretty good. And again, look at this. This is a pretty good kit. Wasted on an EX. That's not only harder to pull, but you will need far more copies to make her even worth considering to use. Sucks. Blue card, finishing blow, massive impact. The following effects occur on hit. Destroy all your own cards and randomly draw 4 new ones. Inflict the enemy with a minus 100% to help restore for 15 timer counts. She got blast armor. Green card. Restore on key by 30. 20% to special move damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Minus 15 to blue card cost. Cannot be stacked. 20% damage inflicted by allies for 20 timer counts. And her Z ability is Universe Rep, Android, or Universe Survival Saga base strike and blast attack. Wow, look at that. But you get an additional 18% if you're an Android character. That looks pretty good. She has a good kit. She synergizes pretty well with 17. You can tell the way that she's debuffing the entire enemy team, the way that she seals up the strike cards, the way that she guarantees a strike card next that she draws, and her reductionist sub count is all for 17 to come in and save her. Pretty good thought process for designing this guy. I don't know. I guess look out for the showcases. I might not do an immediate one for this one just because I got some health issues and I gotta get my sleep. But all in all, 17 looks good. He looks strong on paper. I think what he brings to the table and for the entire team is very good. But we won't know until we actually use said character. The same thing is true for 18, but naturally because she's an EX character that is harder to pull and needs more copies to be viable, it's unfortunate, but her what looks to be really good kit is not going to be seen very often. Seldomly do you see EX characters actually used in the meta. So that's all in all. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. I'm sure there are some new equipment, but I think I am going to go ahead and get some rest. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, and be on the lookout for the showcase and the summons when I wake up after I get a good night's rest. So you guys take care of yourselves, have a good night, and I'll see you then. Peace.